Thanks, Dave. Good morning. A public hearing on the proposed development of part of the East Paskapoo Slopes is expected to draw a big crowd at Calgary City Hall today. Trinity Hills wants to build an urban village in an area just east of Canada Olympic Park. The developer owns 260 acres of land in the slopes and plans on developing about a third of it while giving the rest to the city for parkland. Now, for more than a year and a half, the group Save the Slopes has been fighting the project, saying the area should be left alone in its natural state. The slopes are used by hikers, cyclists, and walkers all year round. The developer says more than 11 kilometers of trails will remain open on the upper slopes. Those against the proposal argue the land shouldn't be touched at all. Now, Trinity is proposing a mixed-use development that would feature a blend of homes, retail, and office space.
At the beginning is some hotels, and then the first phase is like a Whistler Village type of design. The second middle part is retail and offices, and then the third phase further east near Sarcee would be the housing component. Also part of the plan that is mandatory is the applicant would have to pay for an overpass from Sarcee coming over into the entranceway. So with the new Beaufort interchange, there would be two ways in and two ways out of that particular proposal.
Large sections of the Paskapoo Slopes are considered environmentally significant by the city, including some archaeological sites dating back 5,000 years containing Aboriginal artifacts. Beginning today, families with children under 18 can expect a hefty check courtesy of the federal government. The new universal child care benefit comes out this week for families who signed up to receive it, and some Calgary ridings will be the first to get it. Now, the checks or direct deposit payments feature a monthly boost for the benefit for all children under 6, as well as a new $60 monthly payment for all children aged 6 to 17. The changes and additions are retroactive to January 1st, which means this week's payments will be much larger than others you'll receive in the months ahead. Now, for example, parents with a 5-year-old can expect $520. If there's a 7-year-old brother or sister, that's another $420. An analysis by the Canadian Press based on the last census shows the largest chunk of money from the enriched universal child care benefit will be received by people living in federal ridings in which the Conservatives are favored to win in the fall's election. Now, here in Calgary and ridings that surround Toronto. Now, in Calgary, the ridings of Calgary Skyview, Calgary Shepherd, and Calgary Rocky Ridge are most likely to receive the most money per month for children under the age of 17. There are only 2 of the top 20 not going to a Tory riding, an NDP riding in Manitoba and a Liberal riding in the Toronto area. A deadly friendly fire incident in Afghanistan. An Afghan military official says a NATO airstrike this morning killed 8 Afghan soldiers and wounded 5 others. It happened in Logar province, 50 kilometers east of Kabul. A U.S. military official in Afghanistan only said that they're aware of the incident and are investigating. Local politicians say the strike was likely a mistake due to bad coordination in an area where Taliban insurgents are highly active. Now, a little later today, Cuban officials will reopen their embassy in Washington. Now, U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry will then meet his Cuban counterpart. More than 5 decades of Cold War have officially ended with the U.S. and Cuba restoring full diplomatic relations. The terms of an agreement resuming full ties coming into force at midnight. The U.S. flag will not fly at the American embassy in Havana until Kerry's visit next month. And faster than you can say 2015 Rubik's Cube World Championship, Australian Felix Zemdegs is the winner of this year's competition in Brazil, solving the famous block puzzle in a mere 5.695 seconds. He also won last year and was just short of the world record of 5.25 seconds held by an American. The event features 17 different competitions with speed cubers racing for the best time in each category. Rubik's cubes of all sizes are featured, including this 5x5 puzzle. Now, Jill, Tara, I don't know about you, but I never had any luck with the Rubik's Cube.